Hello, another High Tide Imbibe beer reviews. For me, to the handful of people who somehow sneak under the algorithm and see this video, we have something from Two Crows Brewing. Is their Mexican lager, and they stylize this by calling themselves Dos Cuervos. So there we go. We need to go to the webpage because I don't know what to think from the description on the can. It says clean, crisp, and zesty. But then I look at the ingredients listed on the can, and I don't see anything that would necessarily facilitate zestiness in this beer. They just say barley corn, hops, water, yeast. So we need to go to the website and check out what if there's any additional information. So here we are. Let's see. I suppose we got to go into shop. Yeah. So this is a few months old, actually. This I got this from Harvest Beer, Wine, and Spirits. This was canned in April, so I don't expect it to have gone bad or anything. But it's not quite new. I assume it's a seasonal of some sort. 7th anniversary releases, new releases. What's this? So, yeah, they got their matinee. Okay, whatever. All Two Crows beer. That's what we want. So we want to view more there. All right. There we are. Dos Cuervos. They don't say anything different. There's no write up. So, is there like lime zest in this somewhere? One would assume so, but when they say zesty, but I don't know. Maybe they're using zesty in a different way, in a way that I'm not familiar with. We'll see. Okay. We shall pour. Looks a little bit more coppery on the camera. Always looks a little darker on the camera, of course. It's actually very much a golden straw color, very clear looking. Looks like your Corona, your Sol, any other generic light lager that's not a Mexican brand as well. They all look the same. I mean, come on. Seems to be retaining a head there. All right. Let's go to the aroma. So I'm going to say right off, there is no lime or anything in this. So, but it is very corn. It's like if you smell a Corona, but this is like amped up, very, very corn heavy. Which isn't a bad thing. Like, you got your Budweisers, you got your Coronas, all those beers. They're usually so watered down. Is the problem. Like, I don't mind a beer that smells like a corn soda, tastes like a corn soda. I don't mind a beer that, a rice lager or something like that, if it's got some flavor. But a lot of these just don't. They're just so watered down. They're so shit. And I will not sit there and like pretend that they're good. I'm not going to apologize for them. It's amazing the amount of simps out there who will just bend over backwards for Budweiser or Corona or Coors or whatever, right? Sometimes you just need a simple beer. Yeah, sometimes you just need a simple everyday drinking beer, but how about one that has some fucking flavor? Is your life that bereft of anything interesting that you just want to keep it that way when you're drinking a beer to relax at the end of the day? Okay, that's good. The corn in this, it's a bigger note than what you usually get when you have like a corn introduced into the actual malt bill or the grain bill. Maybe that's what they're saying the zestiness is in this, because it is a little bit like, oh, there's something a little bit different in here. It's a little bit more corn than I expected. It's like, it's not the Budweiser, Corona light weak sauce shit kind of smell. And for a light lager, that's pretty impressive. So we'll go right to the taste. Cheers. Hmm. That is good. I don't know what hops they're employing either. They don't tell you that. But I think it's just corn. I think it's just they got a lot of corn in here. Because there's more substantial flavor here than what you're going to get out of your Coronas or your Souls or anything else that you would think of when you think of Mexican lager. This is a Mexican style lager, I guess, is the best way to put it, but or just light lager. But I almost thought there for a minute that there was some hidden zest in here because that corn flavor kind of jumps out. Like it's a little bit of sweetness up front, and then you got some your typical kind of grassy sweetness that you just kind of get for most light lagers anyway. But when it gets to the finish, and it's not necessarily a hop finish. I think it's more from the grain in the actual grain bill, the corn itself. It's almost got like a corn nut kind of taste. If I don't know, has anyone eaten corn nuts in their life? Is it just me? It's kind of a dry, kind of musty kind of taste. But it works here in the beer. Who is this? We got JL Accessories and Technology. Not sure what language that is. It might be French, might be some sort of. I don't speak your language, buddy. You have to do English, or you're out of luck. But yeah, so I think that's what they're saying with the zestiness is like the corn note, and this is so big that it kind of jumps out at you. It starts right from the front. It gives you a different finish, gives you a dry, almost bitter finish. And it's one of those things where, it makes you want to take another drink. It's refreshing. It's light. The body on it is nice and light. Really good for warm weather, hot weather. Hopefully, we're all out of the hot weather. I think we're settling down now into just, hey, warm summer again instead of incredibly hot, sweating our balls off. I could be wrong. Watch it tomorrow be like 40 degrees again, centigrade, or Celsius. John Schmidt says English or get the fuck out, buddy. Well, they don't have to get the fuck out, but if they do speak and type in English, then that might be more helpful for them to get any sort of message across. But this is good. It's a little different than your standard light lager. It's definitely better tasting than your Coronas and your Souls and those sort of Mexican lagers, quote unquote. I kind of want to see this with lime added. I do like when craft breweries will make these light beers and then they'll introduce some lime zest to it or some lemon zest or whatever. Like I'm thinking North Brewing's Bring Your Own Beer specifically, which is just fantastic. Little barbecue kind of beer. You can cut out the middleman. You don't have to put your own lime in the goddamn beer or whatever. Bullshit, right? As long as you got a good lime flavoring there from a lime, I guess like a lime puree or whatever, or quote unquote natural ingredients. It would be fun. This could definitely use a limed up version. I think it would work really, really well. But as it stands, it's just exceptionally nice and a little bit different than your standard light lager. So I got to give it points for that. John Smith asks, do you ever go golfing and drink beer riding around on a golf cart? No, I don't golf. I'm not a big fan of golf. Sorry to say. But I do know people definitely enjoy golf, especially for the opportunity it gives them to drive around on golf carts and drink all day. Not going to knock it. Just not into it myself. So style-wise, as just like a light lager, this is pretty damn good. I'm going to throw an 8 at it. It's different. It's better than your standard light lager. It's got something going on. It somehow is zesty, even though there's no zesty, lemon zest, lime zest in it or anything like that. It's just the corn in it itself, the way they utilize the corn in the grain bill, makes it jump a little bit. My personal preference, I'll throw 8.5. I find it very tasty. I find it refreshing. I like it. I want to go in and have another one. I could definitely drink these all afternoon. That kind of thing. It's definitely a day drinking beer. And I would recommend people pick it up and do that if they can get it. So from Two Crows or Dos Cuervos, Mexican lager. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys. And I am going to go away. I don't have any other reviews to do tonight, so this is it. Bye-bye.